What is up, Magic Game World crew, and welcome back. Today, we're turning back the clock, like way back, before swords, before castles, before even the most basic metal tools. We're talking about a raw, untamed, and brutal prehistoric world, a time of giants, a time of survival, and a time when humanity was just getting started. And in gaming, this era has given us some of the most intense and unforgettable experiences out there. So today, we're counting down 17 of the absolute best prehistoric games you need to know about, from the classics to the future legends. So grab your spear, find a safe cave, and hit that subscribe button because we're diving headfirst into the primal wilderness. Let's do this. We're starting at the top with the game that represents the future, the one that promises to be the absolute pinnacle of Jurassic World Evolution. This is Jurassic World Evolution 3. Yes, this is our most anticipated prehistoric game, period. Building on the amazing foundation of its predecessors, Jurassic World Evolution 3 is poised to be the most comprehensive and immersive park sim ever. We're talking over 80 species with distinct male, female, and even juvenile variants. Imagine watching a baby T-Rex actually grow up in your park. They're promising massive upgrades to the creation tools and a new campaign that takes us to exotic locations with the one and only Jeff Goldblum returning as Ian Malcolm. This is the dream, and we can't wait for 2025. But while that's the dream we're waiting for, there's a game you can play right now that is arguably the peak of prehistoric action. A game so good it set the benchmark for what a caveman simulator could be. That game is Far Cry Primal. It strips away all the guns and cars and throws you into the brutal Stone Age. You play as Takar, a hunter trying to rebuild his tribe in the savage land of Oros. The world is your weapon. You craft clubs, spears, and bows from what you can find. But the game's true genius is the Beastmaster system. You can tame the most terrifying predators of the era. Wolves, cave bears, jaguars, even a massive saber-toothed tiger. And you can command them in battle. Sending your saber-tooth to silently clear an enemy outpost is one of the coolest feelings in gaming, period. An absolute masterpiece. Mastering the beasts in Primal is an incredible single-player journey, but the next generation of prehistoric gaming is taking that idea of survival and making it a massive shared experience. And it's got a big Hollywood name attached. I'm talking about Ark 2. Starring, and I still can't believe I get to say this, Vin Diesel as the main character, Santiago. Ark 2 is aiming to be a true next-generation survival game. It's moving to third-person only, it's adding Souls-like melee combat, advanced movement like parkour, and a much deeper, story-driven campaign set on a new alien world. The developers are promising a more brutal world, smarter creatures, and cross-platform mod support from day one. There is a ton of hype behind this, and if they can deliver, it could set a new standard for the whole genre. Ark is promising this deep narrative survival experience, but what if you don't want deep and narrative? What if you just want to team up with your friends and blast some dinosaurs? Well, a legendary name is coming back to deliver just that. Get ready for Turok Origins. Saber Interactive is bringing the legendary dinosaur hunter back in a third-person co-op action adventure. This isn't a remaster, it's a whole new beginning. You'll play as a Turok warrior fighting dinosaurs and a terrifying alien threat alongside up to 2 friends. They're promising unique character abilities and a combat system where you can even upgrade your gear using the DNA of your enemies. 3-player co-op Turok? Yeah, sign me up. We cannot wait to see more of this. Turok is bringing that big, explosive co-op action, but what if you want a prehistoric adventure with a friend that's a little more pixelated, a little more focused on story and exploration? Then you need to check out a game that just dropped this summer and is already making huge waves, Primal Planet. The developer calls it a Dinovania, a Metroidvania set on a lush planet filled with dinosaurs. But it gets weirder. The story is about protecting your family from predators, sure, but also from aliens and UFOs. Yeah, it's a wild mix. You'll be crafting, surviving, and upgrading your skills in this gorgeous pixel art world, and you can do it all alone or with a friend in local co-op. This one launched back in July, and the hype was absolutely real. It's already sitting on very positive reviews, and the critics who called it one of the most charming games of the year were absolutely spot on. If you're looking for an incredible indie you can play right now, this is it. So Primal Planet is a charming, almost whimsical sci-fi adventure. But if you want to strip away the aliens and the pixel art and just experience pure, unadulterated terror, our next game has you covered. This is The Lost Wild. This is not an action game. You are not a super soldier. You are just a person stranded in a world where dinosaurs are the top of the food chain. And they aren't just monsters, they're intelligent animals. The gameplay is all about stealth, about distraction, about using your brain to survive. You'll be using flares to scare a predator away, not a rocket launcher to kill it. The developers want you to feel genuine awe and genuine fear. From everything we've seen, it looks incredibly atmospheric and tense. This could be the dinosaur horror game. From the terrifying past, let's take a look at a very distant future. An upcoming indie that just looks different. This one is called Glaciered. It's set 65 million years in the future. A new ice age has come and life has evolved in the frozen oceans. You play as a descendant of birds and dinosaurs. Exploring these beautiful, crystal clear waters, the gameplay looks like a mix of fast-paced underwater combat and exploration in a world that feels both alien and strangely familiar. The concept alone is just so cool. It's a look at what prehistoric life might become millions of years from now. A very unique indie to keep on your radar. Speaking of unique indies, what if you just want pure, stupid fun? Then you need to wishlist Pteranodon 2 Primal Island. Just look at this. It's a first-person adventure that throws spear-throwing, pirates, and dinosaurs into a blender. You're stranded, you've got a musketoon, some Molotov cocktails, and bone spears, and you just go to town on everything that moves. It has this gritty, raw, old-school shooter feel to it. It doesn't seem to take itself too seriously. It just wants to deliver thrilling, over-the-top action. Now, if you want something a bit more modern and polished than that, you have to check out the definitive version of a survival classic. Of course, I mean Ark Survival Ascended. This is not just a remaster. They remade the entire game in Unreal Engine 5, and it looks absolutely stunning. The lighting, the water, the way the grass moves, it's a massive leap forward. But it's more than just a pretty face. They added huge quality of life improvements, a better building system, and most importantly, cross-platform mods and servers. For longtime fans, it's the Ark they always dreamed of. And for newcomers, this is the definitive, best-looking, and easiest way to jump into this iconic world. Alright, we've talked a lot about running for your life and fighting massive beasts. Let's switch gears completely. What if the goal isn't just to survive, but to build and thrive in a peaceful community? Then you need to play Roots of Pacha. Think of it like Stardew Valley, but in the Stone Age. It's a farming and life sim game where you and your clan work together to build a community from scratch. You'll discover crops, domesticate the first ever animals, come up with new ideas that act like technology, and build relationships with your fellow villagers. And you can do it all with friends in co-op. It's just beautiful and wholesome, a true gem. It's an incredible game, even if its world is a fantasy. But what about a game that feels just as prehistoric, but is actually sci-fi? That brings us to Horizon Zero Dawn and its sequel, Forbidden West. I know, it's a post-apocalyptic sci-fi game, but in this world, humanity has fallen back into tribal societies, and the world is ruled by massive, animal-like machines. You play as Aloy, a hunter who uses a bow, a spear, and clever traps to take down these robotic beasts that are basically dinosaurs and mammoths. The core gameplay loop is a prehistoric hunt. Combine that with a gorgeous open world and one of the best stories in modern gaming, and you have an absolute masterpiece. From a world of robotic dinosaurs to a world of, well, slightly more organic ones. Let's talk about the game that lets you build the park you can visit right now. That's Jurassic World Evolution 2. Frontier Developments absolutely nailed this. This isn't just about placing fences and hoping for the best. You are a full-on park manager. You have to worry about everything from dinosaur welfare to keeping your guests happy. The dinosaurs themselves look and feel like real living animals. And of course, things will go wrong. It's that perfect mix of calm, creative building and pure frantic chaos.
From building a park for humanity to building humanity itself, let's go to one of the most ambitious games ever made about our origins. This is Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey. This isn't just a game about survival, it's a game about evolution. You don't play as one character, you control an entire lineage of our early ancestors, starting 10 million years ago. Your goal is to explore, expand, and evolve your clan over generations. The game gives you almost no guidance. You just have to figure everything out, and every discovery unlocks new abilities that you can pass down to your children. It's tough, it's demanding, but it's a mind-blowing concept. Ancestors showed us the very beginning of our journey. Now let's look at a game that lets you guide that journey from a different perspective, from above. Welcome to Dawn of Man. If you love city builders but you're tired of the same old settings, this is for you. You guide a small settlement from the Stone Age all the way to the Iron Age. It's a true survival strategy game. You tell your people to hunt mammoths, to gather berries, to craft new tools, and slowly, piece by piece, you build a thriving village. Watching that tiny little group of survivors grow into a fortified town with its own culture, it's just one of the most rewarding things. Now, for something completely different. In most of these games, you fight the dinosaurs, or manage them, or guide the people who hunt them. But what if you just want to be one? Then you have to try The Isle. Let me warn you right now, this game is not for the faint of heart. It is a hardcore, brutal multiplayer survival game. You pick a dinosaur, you start as a tiny, fragile baby, and your only goal is to not die. There's no hand-holding, no map. You have to learn your dinosaur's calls, figure out what it needs, and just survive. It is tense, it is terrifying, and when you finally make it to a full-grown adult, man, that feeling of power is just something else. It's a modern, hardcore take on survival, but you can't talk about prehistoric survival without paying respects to the original Titan, the one that started it all for so many of us. And that's Ark: Survival Evolved. Ark is a legend. It drops you on a mysterious island with nothing and just says, survive. What follows is a wild, addictive journey of punching trees, crafting tools, building bases, and of course, taming an insane number of dinosaurs. Whether you're playing alone or fighting in a massive online tribal war, Ark offers endless adventure. It can be buggy, it can be brutal, but there's a reason millions of people still play it every single day. And finally, we have to end with a true classic, a legend that brought dino-blasting chaos to the N64 and has been beautifully resurrected for the rest of us. We're closing out with Turok 2: Seeds of Evil Remastered. Oh yeah! The remaster by Night Dive Studios is without a doubt the best way to play this game. You are Turok, the ultimate warrior, and you have to stop a massive alien threat by using one of the most insane and creative arsenals in video game history to blow away hordes of dinosaurs and monsters. This is pure, unfiltered 90s adrenaline, a perfect Hall of Fame entry to end our list. And there you have it, guys. 17 incredible games that let you live and breathe the prehistoric world. What did you think of the list? Did your favorite make it? Is there a hidden gem that we missed? Let me know everything down in the comments. I read all of them. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, do me a favor and smash that like button, subscribe to Magic Game World if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, keep on gaming.